United Airlines testing all Newark to London flights?
George, good morning to you. Yeah, you heard James talk about so much of Europe shutting down again. Well, United sees this as part of the solution. They're going to be using a rapid test. This is the machine right here. And they're going to start using it just before the Thanksgiving holiday when millions are expected to travel.
This morning, a first look at new testing aimed at reopening international travel. United Airlines announcing it will test all passengers on some flights from Newark to London starting in about 2 weeks. The pilot program, the airline will offer a free rapid COVID test inside its United Club. The test is the Abbott ID Now, a molecular test that's widely used but not as sensitive as the lab-run PCR test and may not pick up patients with a low amount of virus in their system.
The Abbott ID Now rapid test is great, but it's not perfect. It can identify those individuals that may have high viral load but are asymptomatic, but it also can lead to false negatives.
The pilot program will launch just as cases in Europe are on the rise.
I think
this on the heels of a Harvard review that says the risk of COVID-19 transmission aboard a plane is reduced to very low levels by onboard ventilation systems coupled with masks, cabin cleaning, and distancing during boarding and deplaning. But researchers are still looking at the potential risk in an airport.
And I took the test myself. I already have my negative result. But keep in mind that this negative result won't just automatically allow you to skip quarantine restrictions in London. You're still going to need to take another test for that. And always, always, always remember, you have to have that mask on and you have to keep your distance. And always, always, always remember, you have to have that mask on and you have to keep your distance as much as possible. Guys, back to you.
Well, I looked at a few of those pictures, or I took pictures of the video basically, and I looked at those to see if there was anything that I could share with you. And of course, the video in itself should be a shocker that they want to test everyone, but we've already known this is coming. So just in brief, let's look over some things. So sure, we could look at TED. Maybe that means something. I don't know. But look at where they position this picture. Had to have the One World Trade Center in the background, right? And also the 9 and the 6. Huh. I remember seeing that on Trump's plane, by the way, now that I'm thinking of it. And look at this picture right here. Yeah, they have their 9, 9, and 9. So let's just flip that around. They had to have that. That's an expert right there. Aaron McMillan was in there as well. I cut him out just to keep the video shorter and so I could show the entire thing. And computer's just acting up on me, don't worry. And then notice how they had it positioned right there with the C and 9-6 again, Star Alliance right there, and United. Of course it has to be United because they all want to be together in all of this, right? So let's just try to keep moving forward. Here is the ID Now. Sorry about that. Abbott. Yes, they want you to be ID'd and now. That's basically why it's called that. There it is, the machine. This was Jay Batt, who was another medical contributor there. And look how they had to have the NHS in the background there with that tram 3035. Had to have the 33 in there as well, right? And some beautiful pictures, of course, of Europe. Nothing really to speak of the plane or people standing there trying to avoid to be captured in this. I noticed the time, but of course I snapped it at that, so I don't know, but I saw the time, but when I captured exactly the moment they started the video, that's the actual time that was listed there. So I just thought I'd share. And of course, he says he got his test results. Yeah, and always, always remember you have to wear that mask. Just unbelievable what they're trying to really brainwash people into thinking. And so I looked into the ID Now company, just in brief. Dr. Wallace Calvin Abbott is the founder. Of course, other names to mention there. It's a portable, rapid, molecular ID Now COVID-19 test. Yeah. You can have results in 13 minutes or less. When I got on there, though, it said this page is intended for U.S. residents only. Okay, why would it matter? Just thought I'd share. Well, let's look at their partners. Well, couldn't find any. They talk about partners, but they don't show them anywhere. Nowhere to be found. But as soon as you see sustainability, just that already shares enough. And of course, you have to see the global citizenship. Yeah, so they're one of them. We know they were. I mean, I just wanted to point it out so you were really sure that this is a company you should not be trusting in. So that's why I added that in there. Here's a supplier diversity program. Has some interesting information in there, but nothing really that would interest you after seeing all that. Nutrition, though, you should be aware when you look in Wikipedia, you can find that their also organization is with baby nutrition, such as Similac, Isomil, Gain, Ensure, the drink Ensure, and then ownership. Look at that. Abbott Laboratories shares are mainly held by institutional investors, the Vanguard Group, BlackRock, State Street Corporation, and others. So they won't mention them all. Vanguard, that was interesting information right there, because their list of mutual fund families in the United States even had Thrivent Financial for Lutherans in there. And in October 2020, that's just last month, Vanguard returned about $21 billion in managed assets to government clients in China. What is happening? I don't know. But all I know is that President Donald Trump presented this ID now back in April. Yeah. Wouldn't you know? And oh, by the way, when you look at this article, there's a lot of 5s in there. A lot of them. Just maybe somebody might have something to say about that. But just remember, those who put their hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles, and they will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. So that's why I say, put your trust in Jesus alone. Don't get tested, don't wear a mask, and don't take a vax. Always research, research, research. God bless. Take care. Until tomorrow.